Okay, now I'm going to show you how you can do satellite contacts with our station here at W4ATC. To start off, just make sure the radio is on, as well as the SAT controller, and then make sure that your elevation and azimuth dual controller is also on. When this red switch is down, it means it's powered on. This is a display of our antenna's position currently. And so what we need to do first is we need to open up a new Chrome window, and then you're going to see a bookmark called SAT controller. We're going to double click that, and this actually controls the position of our antenna. Now there's no satellites on here, so what do? Well, we've got another program for that. It's called SAT PC32. We're going to double click that, and now you're going to see the world map here. Now we have a couple of satellites saved on this program, and they're down here at the bottom, A, B, C, D, E. If I want to select a satellite, I can just double click on A, for example. And we've got that saved as the ISS. If I want to switch to B, just double click that. This is FO29. We also have SO50, TEVL21, JO97, and RS44. Now, nothing is overhead right now. If we want to see when there's going to be a satellite up next, we can go to Programs. We're going to go to WinAOS, that stands for Windows Acquisition of Signal. And we can see a list of satellites. We're just going to hit OK. And we want to say what's coming up in the next 4 hours. Just type in our amount of time. Okay, and there we go. So A007 is coming up at 16:52. That's local time. And so we've got about 52 minutes until there's something overhead right now. Also, if you leave the volume up on the computer and you leave the program open, it'll ping. So if you're just chilling in the shack, you'll get a little notification to let you know that a satellite is coming up over the horizon. So let's go ahead and see what's going on the roof. This is our Reolink camera, as I discussed in a previous video if you haven't seen it. This here is our antenna. So right now this is our VHF, and then this one in the back is our UHF beam. And we're going to go ahead and rotate it. If we come over here to the dual azimuth elevation controller, we can adjust our elevation going up. There we go, slowly raising. We can put it back down, of course. We can also turn our azimuth left or right, clockwise or counterclockwise. Let's go ahead and do that. So as you can see, we can manually turn our antennas to point at any part of the sky. If you want that to happen automatically when you're making contact, you're going to come over here to our SAT controller. You're just going to type in the name of the satellite. Let's say RS44. Of course, everything's below the horizon at this time. If we hit search, we're going to see the satellite's position, our antenna's position, the range, AOS, LOS, max elevation, time, all that good stuff. And this is also going to control our VFO. So you can see that another band has appeared, and it's flicking back and forth. It's doing that to do our Doppler shift automatically, as well as our LSB and USB. You can see it's changing the mode. Over here, you're going to see a list of what the satellite can do. So we've got a mode VU transponder, up and down. Of course, we're going to have an up frequency and a down frequency because it's essentially functioning as a repeater. The satellite can also do FT4, it's got a beacon, and these are just going to be the frequencies for everything. So let's see. Our antennas haven't turned, of course, it's not over the horizon, but if it were, you'd see this rotating and tilting as the satellite came overhead. And you're just going to operate like any other repeater. Some of these satellites are going to be linear transponders. So you're going to be able to actually go through the frequencies, and people might be doing CW, SSB on there. A lot of satellites are FM only, so they just work like a regular FM repeater. Alright, and when you're all done with playing with satellites, come over to SAT in your Chrome window, come over to radio, and where it says enable, make sure that this is red. So if it's on, it'll be green, and you'll see that it's cycling between the two frequencies and adjusting for the Doppler shift, it's going to keep doing that even if we close SAT. So just make sure that you click that, make sure it's disabled, and that the radio is no longer adjusting itself, and then you're good to close the window and close set PC32 and any other programs you may have had open. Now if we come back to the radio, if we only want to have one of these bands showing, it's not really obvious how to make it go back to one band only. So what you're actually going to do is just push and hold the sub knob, and there you go. It's disappeared. Want it to come back? Do it again. There you go. So that's how you start up, monitor, and operate with satellites. I hope this was somewhat helpful.